I just want to make a video to talk about um, the kind of the Ross Gerber thing where we saw um, the him having to slam on the brakes in order to avoid a crash. Well, first of all, there was a branch near near the stop sign, right? And because there was that branch there, that kind of messed up its ability to see, which it shouldn't do. But one of the main things that I see with one of the biggest problems I see with the full self-driving feature or with any of the autonomy features on the Tesla network is that ultimately you have to every single time that they come out with a new model, they have to they have to take the they don't ever bring over the data. So once it learns there's a stop sign here on this road, that data should be baked into the model set and transferred over every single time. And granted, it should be able to learn from that system, but that should be baked into it, and it should result. It should always kick to the previous known until it has confirmed and confirmed a new update to the previous knowns. And once it's known, it should communicate amongst all the Tesla vehicles all the information. So because you're sitting there, it doesn't make any sense to be collecting information and then not implementing that information back over onto the actual implementation of the software. And every single time it should be updated. So, but it should be baked into the system to go with previous standards. And then once it sees something new, it should be able to do active over the updates. So it should be able to verify in a second that whatever the problem is, and instantly verify. And once it's verified, then it can be sent out again. So basically, just imagine if you're a human. So let's just think about this as a human. You're a human, and you are in a new town. You don't know where any of the stop signs are. You don't know where any of the stoplights are. You don't know the speed limits. You don't know anything, okay? How good of a driver are you on a road where you don't know any of those variables? You suck. You're terrible. You're almost a danger to the road. You're all over the place. You can't figure anything out, and that slows down your total ability to process. As humans, we save that data as we learn it. So as we drive, we'll learn the speed limits. So we'll learn how to take, how fast we should take turns. We know exactly how we get a feel for what it is. Okay, for the consistency. And if we have AI models and we don't transfer over this basic road data, which everyone learns, like if you're a human, you're going to learn this way. And of course, if you're having to relearn from the fundamentals up every single time that you're driving, that's going to slow down your ability to figure out what the hell's going on in the reality in front of you, because there's so many variables. There's so much stuff that if you cut down the amount of variable sets, it's going to make it a lot easier for basic information, basic compute. It's real simple. Like if you could just if people could actually understand this, it would be a real easy thing to do and implement, because it's not that complicated to do. You just need to keep your basic variable sets from being wiped out every single time that you come up with a new iteration. And you already have a two-phase software going against each other type system. You just need basically like a bitch and Betty to just keep someone in line. Keep the system in line and keep it understanding. Because if it's gone through that stop sign ever, which I'm sure it's gone through that stop sign a million times before with other different Teslas and never had any issues because there was no branch there, then it should know there's a stop sign there, just like a human would know there's a stop sign there. And just like sometimes people just totally forget about the stop signs, sometimes they'll blow right through stop signs or stoplights, and they zone out. They totally just forget about it. And so if you don't know about it and you're trying to sit here and scan everything all the time, you're going to make mistakes. And that's really what they want, but they shouldn't be pushing that on the people. The people who are doing the test, they're doing that for a reason to get extreme cases to push their nines up, but they're not worried about public safety, which public safety should be number one concern. And that's the only reason why I could see why they're not doing this, is to be able to build off of this, to be able to push their nines up on their software and make it safer. And so they wanted to be able to relearn all the time. Everything is total insanity. Have everything communicating with each other, all the vehicles all connected and all communicating with individual artificial intelligence platforms built into the actual cars. Okay, it's okay for it to be for these to send, and then you could sense, you could simplify data using artificial intelligence and do complex code transfers just real easy off basic small amounts of data set transfer over across to every Tesla, and wouldn't cost anything for the transfer of that data. And ultimately, there's Nvidia's working on this right now, but basically you use artificial intelligence on both ends. You could do encryption and decryption, and or not encryption, but like compression and decompression using artificial intelligence, and that will really make a big difference for your total ability of the network. And then we'll be focused in every single version. I guess the people doing the full self-driving are held to a higher standard, so they should know there's a stop sign there and realize it's coming to do hot. But then again, the safety should be number one concern, and then you chase the nines with the safety. Because if you're making it more dangerous and creating a thing where it's going to fail, then you're not doing it right. Okay, because failure is not pushing the nines. Failure makes regression back the other way. Failure is the opposite. Okay, so if you want to push the nines, you need to have safety as the number one concern, and that is safety. So anyways, I just wanted to voice my opinion on this and tell everyone about this. So hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I'll see you all around in the next video, and I hope you all have a glorious, magnificent, wonderful, beautiful, awesome, amazing, incredible existence and time. And till the next video, bye. Love you all.